Welcome to Traveling Towards Wealth, the podcast where money meets adventure and freedom is always on the horizon. I'm Sarah Jones, financial coach, full-time traveler, houseplant lover, sourdough baker, and your guide to building a life that's as rich in experiences as it is in peace of mind. Each month, we dive into a new theme, whether it's real money stories, the ins and outs of full-time travel, building a business or multiples while on the road, or finding wellness and simplicity wherever you are. Here, you'll get practical tips, honest conversations, and a gentle push to spend, save, and live according to your values, not someone else's rules. If you're ready to design a life you truly love, one where you can travel more, stress less, build financial confidence, shop safer, and wake up every day feeling like you're exactly where you're meant to be, then you're in the right place. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's start traveling towards wealth, one story at a time. Welcome back, friend. So I am coming to you fresh out of bed. We are working the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. It has been a crazy couple of weeks already. Still another week to go. I have been working a lot of nights. I'm exhausted, but it leads me to what I wanted to share with you today. And if you don't know by now, I come to you very raw, very vulnerable, very real. I try not to sugarcoat anything, because it's not who I am and it doesn't serve you, right? If you're watching any of this on video, I have no makeup on. Like I said, fresh out of bed, got my coffee here. And something that has become really apparent to me with talking with people coming up to, I work the ticket booth at one of the campgrounds. And it's this idea, I've talked about it before, and I talk about it with my clients, but I really want to share it out there to you, and I want it to spread. So please share this message. Please share this message if it resonates. This is the idea of simplicity, specifically when it comes to your money. I work with people that have 400 different line items, hundreds and hundreds of, excuse me, hundreds and hundreds of different transactions each month out of their bank account. It's exhausting to try and figure out where they all are coming from, where are they going, what are they for. I watch people as they come up to the ticket booth and they're wanting to pay a $28 fee and literally shuffling around. I watched one gentleman yesterday probably had 30 different cards that he was shuffling around to pay his $28 fee. That, my friend, is not simplistic. It's not simplicity. It's overwhelming. It's too much to manage. That's where money bleeds start to happen, because you just get credit card bill after credit card bill after credit card bill, right? And you're just making a payment, but you're not tracking what's being spent. You're not tracking what's going where. When you try, it feels so overwhelming because there's so many, and you're like, okay, what went on what card? What went on the other card? There's some of these influencers on Instagram that are like, travel by points, use credit card points. And one in particular, she was boasting how she has 16 credit cards. What the fuck? What? That's not simplicity. Let me break this down for you a little bit. That time and energy you are spending to get points, quote unquote points, to travel is costing you so much energy, brain space, money, additional money. That is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. You could be using that same energy, those same dollars, the same brain capacity for actually making progress with your money. Managing 16 different credit cards just so you can get some points to travel? Fuck no. No. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. Transferring one balance to another card. Not only are you creating havoc with your credit score, not only are you just creating more and more work for you, you're not going to enjoy that vacation because you've got 16 credit cards to manage. Seriously, you are creating the exact opposite of what you're wanting. You're creating more chaos when you're actually you're opening up more credit cards to get points so you can travel, so you could vacation. And why do you want to do that? So you can get away, so you can relax, so you can feel like you're taking a breath. And then at the same time, you're now having to manage 16 different credit cards. You are creating the chaos you're running from. You're creating the chaos you're running from. When I work with my clients, it's all about creating a more simplistic money plan. How can we put together and spend the dollars, use the dollars in a way that feels easy, that feels clear, that feels like you're actually making progress on your goals, that's allowing you to do the things that you want to do, that doesn't take you a ton of time, that doesn't create more chaos, that doesn't lead you to having to manage more things. It actually leads you to managing less, which then does what? It frees up time, it frees up brain space, it lets you take some of the weight off your shoulders, right? I get so fired up about this because I see people literally every day that they want nothing more. And for example, they're coming to Sturgis for a vacation to have some fun, I wouldn't say relax per se, because Sturgis is not the place that you necessarily relax, right? You're coming for excitement. You're coming for adventure. And at the same time, it's also creating chaos because of all the things that you're trying to manage, right? I see it every single day with the guests that come and check in, shuffling through all the credit cards, trying to decide, do I want to use this card or do I want to use cash for it? Is it a business expense? Do I need my receipt? Do I not? Do I want to hide this purchase, this transaction for somebody? I could dig so deep into all of that behavior, and I do with my clients. So much of it's rooted in scarcity. It's chaos. It's running from something. There's some financial abuse in there. There's some financial infidelity in there. There's just downright confusion on how to make it all work, how to get what you want. How to get what you want. I wrote something down earlier today. Somebody said, I just want to be told what to do. I'm tired of guessing all the time. I'm tired of trying to figure out the next step. I just want somebody to tell me what to do. And I see this so much because people, you might be one of them, are just making money too complicated because you've got too many things. So let me share some tactical tips with you, actually. Number one, when you're looking at your money plan, I want you to look at it in a way that, like, what would need to happen? How do you want your money to flow so you know that everything's being paid on time, like your non-negotiables are being paid on time, ahead of time? What would need to happen for you to be able to feel comfortable with doing things that bring you joy? What would need to happen? How does it need to look so you knew exactly what was going to, like, your investments, to your retirement, to your peace of mind fund? These are questions that I want you to ask yourself. What would need to happen? Rarely is the answer more income. Rarely is that the answer. Most of the time the answer is this needs to be more simple. I need to be able to see my money in a way that makes sense, that is simple for me to understand. That's what I hear very often. So how do we do that? Truthfully, go through and just write down all of your transactions. Put them into categories. How many transactions a month are going to the grocery store? How many transactions a month? So how much are you spending, and how many transactions a month are going to the gas station stops? The pop, the candy bar, the cigarettes, the beer, the chew, right? How many transactions per month are you making at the gas station? just do an evaluation of how many times you're going to different places. And then you can start to categorize them. Right? Are gas station runs groceries? No, they're not. So separate it. What are true grocery purchases? What are true gas station, the inside, right? The like the impulse buys at the gas station versus actually getting fuel. Separate them. Look to see where your money is actually going. And then you can decide, oh, this doesn't actually feel right. This does not feel good. This doesn't feel right. We're spending way more money on miscellaneous Amazon purchases, and I'm tired of doing that. Right? So the first step, again, is just that awareness. So start evaluating, start bringing awareness. Where is your dollar? Where are your dollars actually going? Categorize them. The second step that you can take to simplify your money is really look at how many accounts are we using? How many different credit cards are you using to pay bills? Are you shuffling a lot? Did you rely on maybe debt consolidation? You've got that bill, and then you've got a personal loan because you individually consolidated some other things. So you've got a personal loan, and then you've got 3 or 4 credit cards, right? That's a lot to manage. So where can you, and this isn't about consolidation necessarily, this is about where can you create more simplicity in your money? How can you spend in a way that feels better, that feels less chaotic? So look at how many different accounts you're using. Sometimes creating a new account for a couple of specific items really helps to manage that. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. These are all tools that I use with my clients, right? So it's just about, number 1, creating that awareness, right? Evaluating. Number 2, it's really about looking at how many accounts you're using and how are you using them? What purpose are they actually serving? Are they actually serving a purpose? And the third thing I would say when it comes to really simplifying your money is I love cash envelopes. I absolutely love cash envelopes. Create a couple of cash envelope categories. One for free money, right? This allows you to take the gas station stops out of your money plan, and you allocate certain dollars, a certain amount of dollars each month to that free money. You can use that free money however you'd like, to the gas station, to Amazon, whatever, right? The coffee shop. And once those dollars are gone, they're gone. You have to set parameters for yourself. It helps calm the chaos when you set these parameters. So use cash envelopes. Create a couple of categories. My favorite is free money. My favorite is eating out. Clothing is another great free cash envelope category. Home and car repairs. We use a home and car repair cash envelope. It talk about lifting a weight off your shoulders. Love that for that category. Pets can be another category that you can use, right? If you have a problem with gas station stops, use cash envelopes for the categories that are creating a lot of chaos in your life. And for the love of everything, quit using like Sezzle, Pay in 4 programs, Klarna. Quit using those. If you can't purchase it, then don't buy it. If you can't pay full price for it, don't buy it. Absolutely do not buy it. That's creating an unhealthy relationship with money and with spending, and it's also creating an immense amount of chaos in your life, in your finances. So ditch the payment plan options, right? So I want to switch gears just a little bit and go back to just creating simplicity in your money. I think that people, you just feel so overwhelmed because money feels complicated, because maybe you don't feel like you know how it works. You don't know what the first steps are. I just gave you a couple of steps to really go through and look at your finances to help create some less chaos, to reduce some of that chaos in your money. I want you to then take a minute to really identify, and I've talked about this on previous episodes, but what would a more simple life look like for you? What would it feel like? What would you be able to do, and what would you stop doing? What does that simplicity, like, you have to identify that. When you just say, oh, I wish things were easier, I wish things were more simple, what does that look like actually? That's a very broad term, so I want you to narrow it down. Get a really good idea. Do you want to have less social media in your life? Then delete the apps off your phone. If you want your money to be a little bit more simple, delete the financial apps off your phone and just handwrite, categorize, go through and actually physically look at all of the categories so you can see the transactions. You have the ability to eliminate the things that are creating the chaos. You have the ability to create to create the things that bring you more joy and peace. You have the ability to change how you spend. But you have to know what it is that you want instead of where you're at, like a real clear idea. And you have to be willing to take the steps to do it. And you have to know that this is the long game. This is not a sprint. You can make some fast moves, but the progress is compounded over time. You're doing this for the long haul here, my friend. So that was a lot of thoughts on just creating more simplicity with your money. I would love to connect with you. So send me a message, send me a DM, send me an email, connect with me. If any of this resonated, share it with a friend. I would really appreciate it. And I will say goodbye for now. Thanks for joining me on Traveling Towards Wealth. If today's episode sparked something in you, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, or share this show with a fellow free spirit who's ready to design a life they love. Want to dive deeper? I'd love to connect with you. Book a free call with me to chat about your money, your dreams, and your next steps. No pressure, just a real conversation. You can find the link in the show notes or on my website. And let's stay connected on socials. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook for behind the scenes RV life, money tips, and a little gypsy spirit along the way. Remember, your money, your journey, your rules. I'll see you next Tuesday for another story and some practical steps to help you travel further towards wealth, freedom, and a life you love. Until then, keep wandering, keep growing, and keep spending on what matters most.